Good evening. The headlines tonight, the 6th of June 1944. The liberation of Europe has begun. At dawn today, the greatest invasion force ever assembled started landing on the north coast of France. By sea and by air, huge numbers of British, American and Canadian troops were put ashore in Normandy. Tonight, Allied forces are several miles inland and there is fighting on the outskirts of Caen. Mr. Churchill told the Commons this evening that all is going well. He said the operation had been carried out with much less loss than we expected. And in a broadcast tonight from Buckingham Palace, the King has called the nation to prayer.
The Lord will give strength unto his people. The Lord will give his people a blessing of peace.
D-Day has come. The greatest military operation in history was launched this morning. 4 years after the retreat from Dunkirk, our forces have returned to the beaches of France to rid Europe of tyranny. British, American and Canadian troops, backed by 4,000 aircraft, have landed along the coast of Normandy. The assault had apparently been delayed 24 hours because of bad weather. First news that the landings had begun was given by the BBC at 9:32 this morning.
British long-range guns at Hellfire Corner, manned by coastal artillery and the Royal Marines Siege Regiment, open up on German strongpoints at Boulogne. Across the channel, these monster shells are pinpointing heavily fortified enemy positions. The 1st Canadian Army, closing in on the enemy, is directing the cross-channel fire by radio. Infinite accuracy is absolutely vital, but if the gunners overshoot, Allied soldiers and not Germans will take the weight of these 2,000-pound projectiles. There's no room for mistakes, and no mistakes are made, as the Nazis learn to their cost when, one after another, direct hits are registered. Not a single enemy battery retaliates, as the guns are loaded and reloaded without pause. Now cameras in France take up the story of the battering of Boulogne. After the shells come the bombs to add their quota of destruction. 1,000 Lancasters arrive to hammer the cornered enemy. The terrifying concussion can be heard 50 miles away. And yet again, the guns thunder from the English coastline. Shells and propellant charges are slung into position. Flail tanks and flame-throwing Churchill crocodiles go ahead to beat a passage through the formidable minefields and burn the Nazis out of Boulogne. Splintered strongpoints and the wreckage of German blockhouses bear dreadful testimony to the effectiveness of our shelling and bombing. Hardly a street has escaped, but flying bomb victims will welcome this sign that more of the Pas de Calais is in our hands. This town, which so often has been the traveller's first glimpse of France, bears terrible evidence of the ferocity of our attack. Engineers quickly erect bridges to help our advance into the dock area. Once more, the white flag provides a safe but inglorious passage for Nazis who know when they've had enough. Any more for the Channel packet? More than passing interest in these pictures will be taken by the people of southern England. There were men in their ranks who helped in the shelling of our Channel coastline, the very personal enemies of the women and children of Hellfire Corner.